All right, let's go for a drive. So first of all, let me do a disclaimer. I'm driving through a canyon and it looks like my phone is doing this because to the phone, flat ground is flat, and out here what we think is flat is contrary to what the phone thinks is flat. So we're gonna see how this camera kind of does that, because right now the camera's tilted like that. So we'll see if it makes you nauseous or not. Today is Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. And in the shaved ice world, Memorial Day is the day. It's the beginning. If you pitch stationary locations, that's usually the dates that you give them for Memorial Day to Labor Day. So it's very much the start. So for many of you, today is day one. And for many of each of you, you've started a while ago, and some of you have seasons that you go all year long. But in the general sense, Memorial Day is day one. This is the beginning of the season. And I wanted to point out, I actually do shaved ice at the ballpark, at a AAA ballpark here in Salt Lake. So I started early. I even had some like at the very end of March. But basically I started in April. And I've had, since that time, I've had a lot of events there. And I've had like maybe 3 days that have been very, very good, and the rest of my days have been almost a loss. It's cold, and I wanted to point that out because some of you, if you're just starting out and you've never done it before, that can be extremely discouraging. And shaved ice, it is a hot day product. It's not a cool evening product. It's not a cold day product. It's a thirst quencher, and people crave it when it's hot. Like at the ballpark, you can actually see as the sun goes down, you can watch my line transition over to ice cream. As soon as it starts getting cold, people crave ice cream. Everybody thinks the ice cream is a hot day treat, and it's not. Nobody craves it. It melts in the sun. It's not a thirst quencher. It actually makes you thirsty, and so people don't crave it. But on a hot day, when it turns to a cold night, everybody craves ice cream, right? It's perfect for that time. Where it's the opposite for shaved ice. I mean, if you have an all-day event and you can watch where people will buy, if they're buying treats already, buy ice cream in that cooler morning hour, and as soon as the sun comes out and that thing is hot, that whole line will transition to shaved ice. And then you have that line all day long until it cools off again. So I bring this up because don't be discouraged. The warm weather is on its way, and you know, I have lots of days that I mentioned where they're a loss for me. I have to pay for employees to be there. I have to pay for multiple stands, and I have to be out open no matter what. And that can knock the wind out of you a little bit. But I know, because I've done this before mostly, that hot days are coming and really busy days are coming. So don't let that discourage you. So the other reason I wanted to get out a message today was let you know of a series that we're starting called Snowballa. And that's a hashtag that we've been using. Some of you may have noticed, and many of you may be thinking, what is Snowballa? What is that about? So Snowballa actually has 3 definitions. One, it means you make shaved ice. It's kind of a tip to the hat to our friends down in Louisiana who make snowballs, and that's what they call their shaved ice. But anybody who makes shaved ice, whether you're doing it as a business, whether you have a little Snowie at home and have a blast with it, whether you're a little kid and you're making a shaved ice stand in your front yard, you're a snowballa. And we want to be all-inclusive in that and let people know the fun that we can have with making shaved ice, as well as what you can do business-wise and making money with shaved ice. And that gets us into the second definition, and that is somebody who is making money. So balla means somebody who has skills, but it's transitioned into somebody who makes money. And so that's our definition of it. Somebody who's killing it, making money, making shaved ice. and so that's another level of snowballer. So the third definition is the snowball effect, and that is that everything happens from small actions. But people don't start, they don't begin anything because they always think that there's this massive effort that has to take place to make something happen. That's not the case. The case in everything that you do is always by small and simple actions, and repeating those, and having the diligence to do them each and every day, whatever that is. If it's exercising, it's getting out and doing it. If it's going to school, it's devoting yourself, making sure that you study, and you study those little bits each and every day. All of those things are critical, and they seem small and they seem effortless, but they're critical for the end game, and that is the snowball effect. You take what you know, you make a snowball, and then you add to that, and then eventually that thing starts getting momentum on its own, and before you know it, you have an avalanche that's working in your behalf. And that's very much the case with shaved ice. Take what you know, take who you know, start getting some little events that way, and eventually they turn into bigger and bigger events. They get into better locations. You learn how to better pitch them and better approach those locations and those venues, and before you know it, you have a career doing shaved ice, something that you love, something that brings a smile to your face and everybody that you serve, and you're up and rolling. Man, I look over and my camera is bouncing all over the place. I'm sorry if it's making you nauseous. So, but I'll end it there. Happy Memorial Day. I hope this season rocks for you, and I hope this is a wonderful beginning. How cool that we get to do this for a business, right? That we get to go out each and every day and sell shaved ice. Not very many people can say that. So good luck, and we will see you, I hope, every week. You need to get in better habits of creating these each and every week, and showing you some new cool stuff that we have launching right now and coming up around the corner. And shavers, just give a kind of wink to that, and see what's coming up. So thanks, you guys. We'll talk to you soon. Good luck.